Pickaxe.
5, 4, 3, 2, live from Nashville, Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee, and somewhere floating down the Mississippi River, Michelle.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 900 of the Video Game Outsiders podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Michelle Madison.
And I, of course, am your John Jacobson, and joining us...
That's right. We have a potential third host, Brad, who is a Sirius XM producer. What's up?
Hello.
Hi, Brad.
And I was just telling you before the show, it's nice to have someone with a Southern accent on, because now, John, we have cred. We can make fun of Southerners.
I don't hear
again.
a Southern accent.
I don't care.
Why are you applying that to him?
Good, we do.
I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear it?
Thanks, John.
Are you from New York, Brad? You're from New York, right? You're from Jersey? All right. Well, we've got a fun show tonight, guys. We have a Blueprints Roundtable, the game that's changing people's lives, okay? It's the best game they've ever played, all right? We're going to talk about Blueprints with our big 3-person review. Everybody played tonight,
we did.
as well as some other big games. John, there was a Shadow Drop we both played, so I'm excited. It's a big show.
Yeah. I do have an announcement to make. This is important, Michelle.
Oh, God.
What?
Let's do this at the top of the show for new people who just find us. Some insider baseball. Go ahead.
This is not insider baseball.
All right, go ahead.
My band, The Kill Screens, which is Matt McCarthy and I,
Right.
we've released our 4th album.
Mm-hmm.
We've been working on it for almost 2 years, and I'm very proud of it, and it's out today. It's a shadow drop, Michelle.
Well, it's not a shadow drop because you've dropped it in our Discord like a month ago, which you can find in the
Whatever.
subside,
I leaked it. That was a leak.
You leaked it. It was a leak.
That was a leak. This is a shadow drop.
That's right. So check out the Kill Screens.
The new album is called 4, which is IV, Roman numerals, Michelle.
Wow.
It's very highbrow.
It is. Congratulations.
And
Great,
it's
you have
everywhere.
to do math to figure out the title.
Yes.
Your average
it's
listener is not
everywhere.
going to know what that is. Just by the way.
What, IV?
Yeah, they don't know what that is.
It's about medicine.
Yeah.
Anyway, the album's everywhere. I'm very proud of it. It's on, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube Music, Amazon. It's fucking everywhere. It's out
That's right.
there. It's in the ether. Go
And
listen
also
to
put
it.
at the end of our shows a lot, because people were just asking today. They're like, where can I find the music at the end of the show? Well, it's mostly the Kill Screen. So check that out either in our Discord, high quality is there, or on Spotify, Apple, wherever. So congrats to you and Matt, John. All right. So as far as tonight, what we got going on, we are giving away Indiana Jones for PlayStation 5 in our Discord.
Oh my
now that
God.
comes out in a couple days for you PS5 boys.
Now,
so
I'm
if you
seeing
want
news that Phil made this pretty good for them.
Did he? Why? What is he doing?
I don't know. It's got like juice in there for the PS5 Pro people.
Okay.
It's got
good.
global illumination, ambient occlusion, Michelle,
Okay.
and
This is nice of
contact
Phil to
shadows
do.
improvement.
So if you
Now,
are
Phil
a
did all
PlayStation
this.
person without a PC and you haven't gotten to play this great game that John's still playing, by the way,
I am.
you
Is
can
it a
check
special
that
edition? Or
I
is it
don't
like
know.
the John edition but only has Egypt?
It only has what?
out. It only has Egypt.
It
He
only
hasn't
has
left
Egypt?
Egypt. He's still there.
Okay.
I'm not. No, I'm in the Himalayas.
All
How
right.
dare you?
Well, you can win Indiana Jones for PS5 in our Discord. Come on down on videogameoutsiders.com. We also do bonus shows.
The John
and
edition.
Have
Oh, yeah. You have
VGO there.
you have to download everything past Egypt. It's not on the disc.
That's the Nintendo way to do it. But yeah, we are live right now on twitch.tv/John and Michelle. We do it every Tuesday from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern. If you miss it, you can listen anywhere podcasts are, as well as our app and our Discord where we do bonus shows and we have ad-free versions of VGO. John, I think we're going to do a PC Outsiders this week. NVIDIA just released a new series. Well, not new series, but the 5060s. So we'll talk about that and some other stuff. And I may have taken a trip to Micro Center. So that's going to be up on the app and Discord as well. And I think we should get right into it because it's kind of a pretty big show tonight.
All right, Michelle. What did you play?
I played a lot of stuff. In fact, I had to move
Besides
some of it to PC Outsiders because I just did a lot of gaming. Okay, there was a lot of gaming happening, and one of those things happened today, John, because there was a shadow drop after a live stream for RuneScape Dragonwilds, and I saw that you played this too, which I don't know.
No, I didn't play it. I bought it, but I didn't start it. Okay.
Okay.
So tell me about it.
It has a
isn't for me.
crafting table. Why would it's a survival
Every game
craft.
has a crafting table at
Okay,
this point.
you can't get mad that a survival craft has a crafting table. This is your fault for
There's
purchasing.
got to be a better way to handle this, though. Can it be a crafting book? Can it be a crafting
No,
backpack?
we like
There's
tables.
other things.
You're not taking my table. I like as a survival
But there's
crafter,
other
I
ways
like a
of
table.
doing this. There's other ways of handling
You're
this. It doesn't have to be
anti-table. I'm not going to support this sort of anti-table behavior. Brad, are you
It could be a
anti-table?
crafting blanket. You just roll a blanket out and you get on the
that's
ground.
dirty.
Sometimes.
Sometimes
What?
you're
I
anti-table.
understand they're a necessary evil, I guess. Because
Yes.
otherwise it's like a merge game and then it's just like a
I get it when they show up in like your adventure game randomly, like, oh, this has a crafting table. I'm making a gun in The Last of Us. How dumb, right? But in a survival craft, you need a crafting table. So anyway,
It could be a
RuneScape
crafting
Dragons
blanket.
Wild.
I think you're wrong.
No.
I'm licensing crafting blanket technology if anyone wants it for their
blankets
game.
is too dusty. Could be mites in there. I don't want to craft like that's not a clean place to cut wood. Okay.
Now, is the table like always in the same spot, or is it something you pull out of your backpack?
Jedi says I'm against crafting tables. You people are sick.
See?
Okay. Yeah, you people are sick. Look,
but is the crafting table always in the same spot, or do you have to pull it out of your backpack and then there's a crafting
you
table?
put it down. What are you talking about?
Okay, so it should be the crafting blanket makes way more sense.
How many woodworking men do you know working on a blanket? Okay.
How many men are walking around with a table in their backpack?
They build a table to work on it. Did your dad not have one in the garage? Do you not have one in the garage?
Wait, you have to build this table every time?
No, you put. Okay, I'm not explaining a fucking crafting table to you in a survival craft game, and you're pissed off that RuneScape Dragonwilds is a survival craft has a crafting table. You're crazy. And anyway, that's what this game is. So it's a 1 to 4 player, sort of in the same vein as Valheim and Shrouded. People are saying with the RPG stuff or like the theme of RuneScape, which I don't know much about. I played old school RuneScape a little bit, like recently. I didn't play it growing up or anything. And so graphically, I don't love how it looks. I have to be honest. It's like Fortnite with a Vaseline cam. There's some like weird things they got to fix in the settings. You can't turn off motion blur or like bloom unless you lower your graphics to 0, which you shouldn't have to do. It should be separate, but it's in early access. And yeah, the game is interesting because I don't know much about the RuneScape world, but I kind of like a lot of what I'm seeing. Like you're going through and you're doing the typical sort of, okay, craft an axe, craft a table, pick up rocks, now do this, now do that. But there are these runes around this world, which is very beautiful. I like the map. And you're basically breaking up these ruins and then you can use them to get magical spells that will do these things for you. Like, hey, I need to chop down a bunch of trees in a line. So I'm crafting a magical axe that can cut through them all, or I want to explode a bunch of rocks. So you're not just mining the rocks or chopping the trees. You can have magical spells that you've sort of learned and farmed to take care of all that too, all that building. And the whole time you're leveling up. It's like you've got a level of this, you got a level of that. You just raised up your woodworking, you raised up this, and there's combat, which feels okay. There's no magic or ranged in yet. It says coming soon. So that's kind of a downer.
What is the origin of RuneScape? Because I looked at my library and I have like a RuneScape card game.
I mean, like I said, isn't it
It was an MMO, right?
Yeah, that I just didn't play. And I played old
that
school
came out
RuneScape
in 2001.
as an adult, and
like I was playing back then, what? Ashen?
Probably,
what was it called?
I don't know. My first MMO was WoW. So that's where I'm at.
EverQuest?
Yeah, I've tried EverQuest and stuff.
Age
but
of
yes,
Camelot.
I didn't play like the old ones that a lot of people did. So like WoW was like my gateway to MMOs back in the day. And so yeah, I missed kind of all of this, but I know the world is loved. So they have a lot of love for this game already. There were like, I think 40,000 people already concurrent or something. Like it seems to be doing pretty well. For me personally, I do like it, but I would rather play this one when it's done. I think that, going back to saying done again, because right now it is very early access. Whereas Valheim and Pal World, they came out in early access, even in Shrouded. I thought they were kind of more refined already and more of a full game. I feel like this has a lot of coming soons, and I like to play ranged and caster, so I can only do melee stuff right now. So I feel like, I don't know, I'm not really loving that. I'm limited on combat, but I did like the loop. I did have fun. Other than the graphics and stuff coming soon, I don't have much bad to say about this game, but should you get it? Should you try it? Not if you don't like crafting tables, because this game doesn't have that relaxed vibe of Valheim where you don't have to eat every second or drink every second. This game is up your ass every second. Like you're thirsty. Okay. It's like an annoying girlfriend.
That's kind of annoying,
honestly. To the movie theaters. Like I want a soda. I got to pee. It's kind of like me, right? So you don't want a game that's like me.
But if you just want to chill out, craft, and build shit. You can't just
chill out. There's a problem every second with this game, all right? You're hungry, you're thirsty. It's a survival craft, though, at the end of the day. Right. But I think they should let you, when you make a server, tune it down a little bit. Yeah, it's like a toddler you brought with you on an airplane. This
Sounds
game.
like The Sims or something.
Yeah. Did you say Sims? Is that Sims?
I
This is great. I get to make fun of an accent for once. Nobody's making fun of the way I say water. I can make fun of you for once. This is payback.
Milk, eggs.
Milk. That's right.
I'm gonna start spelling stuff.
Start spelling stuff out. The Sams. That's cute. But listen, I like this game. I just don't think it's ready, done yet. But follow it. It's one to watch. There are people playing and enjoying it. I think they're mostly RuneScape people or people like me that just play and try all the survival crafts. But I think there's a lot good here. So check out RuneScape Dragonwilds. And John, I don't think it's one for you.
Okay.
I don't think the crafting blanket is going to take off either.
Crafting blanket? It's cozy.
Yeah. No, you don't want
cozy way to craft.
You want sturdy when you're crafting. You want sturdy and safe.
Yeah.
Krell says there's nothing wrong with the way Michelle says water. Sounds normal to me. Yeah, you're from Philly, Krell. Okay. Fellow Northeasterner. All right. So can't talk about blueprints, but I did play a bit of that. Let's move on to this kind of interesting thing. I don't know if I'm the only one here who watches Black Mirror, but the new season just came out.
I saw the first episode.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the episodes are always kind of hit or miss, but I do love the idea of the show, how technology and all that shit. But they released a game featured in an episode, and the episode is called Plaything. And the game that's out on iOS and I think Android, maybe it's just Apple, I'm not sure, is an homage or possibly sort of a retelling of a video game journalist game from 1990. And you go back, it has this like 90s hacker feeling to it, which I kind of like, but the game is called Thronglets, not Thonglets. That's something different from Cisco. Thronglets, okay? It does sound like a song like, about an ass or something, like Throw It Back, Thronglets. Like I bet it could be big in the club, but this is called Thronglets, okay? But the thing is, John, before it came out, it was listed as TCK97, the 1996 Mystery Project. I think you would have appreciated how they presented this, John, because it was sort of like you stumbled upon this cryptic game, an experimental piece of software from 1996.
Is it good?
Linked back to a fan forum. Okay, it was a good game that was ruined because of them being pigeonholed into making it about the episode, because you control these little creatures. They're saying basically like mogwais or something, like gremlins from back in the day.
Yeah.
And you're caring for these little creatures, and you're sort of their mama, and you're giving them balls to play with. You're giving them apples. You're placing, all this stuff around this map to try to grow them because they multiply. One becomes two become four. They keep going and going and going. They start taking over your whole screen. And I was liking it for a bit. I beat the whole game, to be honest with you. I think it took me a couple of hours. But every couple of seconds, there's like glitching on your screen, like Mr. Robot showed up, and Christian Slater is there. And it's like,
I'm seeing like a terminal that pops up, like there's a code error in the game.
Code errors, exactly. Like they went too far with it. Like they're taking over your iPad every second. And it's just like, let me play with my little gremlin dudes, okay? Because it was just interrupting, but they wanted to like stick with the episode and make it like they were being whatever. But yeah, these things are sort of like, they give you a personality sort of profile at the end with how you chose to play the game. And I got the lover one saying I'm a nurturer and I was a carer and all this stuff. I don't know if there's bad ones you can get, like you're a psychotic asshole. You threw a bunch of them off the building to kill them or something. So I liked it, but I think having to follow the show ruined it. Like they didn't need the glitching. They didn't need all this stupid shit. Just let us control these little animals and try to take care of them. But a cool idea. So check out Thronglets, completely free if you have Netflix too. You just log right in with your Netflix account.
Is that through the Netflix app that you...
Yeah,
and then you click and it takes you to the store?
They sent me there and they made me log in with Netflix. So check out Thronglets. I thought it was kind of a creative way to tackle it. Like a game built in the show. Oh, okay.
It says it was in the same universe as the Bandersnatch episode.
Yes,
this episode crossover with that.
Yep, I think it is. It has the guy from it, like kind of weird British dude with the glasses. He's in the episode which is from Bandersnatch, and yeah, so it's THRO.
Bandersnatch was the interactive like choose your own adventure episode, right?
Yes, exactly. So if you're a fan of that, you might. I don't know if you're going to like the gameplay though, unless you like sort of creature managers. That's really what it is at the end of the day. You're basically taking care of these little animals that multiply, and then you get a little personality test at the end. So I don't know. That seems it's kind of like they didn't have to do the hacking thing every second though. But check that out. And then
I do like that Netflix does this kind of stuff. Like they did like Stranger Things games and obviously the Bandersnatch one But
I was kind of excited for it because I heard about it and I signed up for it, and it was like 1996 Mystery Project game. And I'm like, cool, what is this going to be? And then the next day, the name changed.
To open the Netflix app on my phone to see what the latest games are, though. Like, I just don't do that.
Having games
Ever.
from shows is a good idea. I played one of the Stranger Things ones that was kind of cool. I think it's great if you can get these.
But they've got just
Right.
games though on there.
They
not
do have
just
games.
show stuff.
Yeah, there's actually like an underwater version of My Suica that I talked about before.
Yeah.
Like they have little like versions of. So I hope they continue on with it because getting to play them free with your Netflix account, free, quote, free, is a nice perk. And then other than Blueprints, I did play some Survivors like this week. I want to talk quickly about because I do like these games. Bullet Heavens, as some people call them. So the first one I tried was Asgard's Fall. What was cool about this one is there is a talent tree, not just in the meta progression when you're outside of the map, but when you're in the map, you have a talent tree and you drag these little things you get into these nodes that interconnect. And as a Path of Exile player, I like interconnecting nodes. Okay, so I did like that about it. The graphics were very crude though, like almost too crude, like more crude than Vampire Survivors in a way because the pixels were bigger and I just couldn't get into it because of that. But there's a demo you can try.
It doesn't look that bad in the screenshots.
Yeah, it was a little bit much. Like it was hard to kind of see what was. It's not bad. It's just like it was just a little too crude. But solo dev, I think, and whatever. But I'm glad I tried it because I did appreciate his take on the talent tree. And then I did play Conquest Dark, which you can play the beta, but I played the full thing. Comes out on the 30th. And I thought this one was cool because it has more of an ARPG style thing going on with the look and the feel of the combat. It's from Mad Mushroom, which I think is Asmon's publishing company. And there's like these small ritual circles that you have to basically kill 2 bosses in. And then you get these like interesting perks. You're picking weapons, you're picking gear as you're, getting these roguelike bonuses. They're not just like attacks. They're also just a bunch of different items. And the outside, when you're outside of the little arenas, is a top-down overworld map, sort of like PoE 2 handles Path of Exile 2. Some people think when I say PoE, I mean Pillars of Eternity. No. So sort of like Path of Exile 2 handles their overworld map with progression system with the mapping. That's what this game has. And you roll for loot and skills, and there's just a lot of cool shit going on. I wish it wasn't the small style arena, though. I do prefer a bigger map because you're kind of just like kiting and going around circles. But as an ARPG player, I get why they were doing that. It's kind of a fun loop. And so check out Conquest Dark. There is a demo you can play as well. And I just do like these games. The full one comes out on the 30th. So check that out as well. Then, yeah, I'm super excited to talk about Blueprints with you guys. I'm just drinking some water.
Conquest Dark was kind of cool. I should try that on Steam Deck.
Yeah, you should try it Steam Deck for sure. All right, John, what'd you do over there?
I played some stuff. I'm totally Matt McCarthy, my friend.
Oh my God, will you please stop bringing him up? Brad, are you getting a little uncomfortable with this, or is it just me? Isn't it kind of weird? Have you ever listened to a podcast where someone brings up somebody every second? You're the annoying friend who won't stop talking about their wife. That's what it is. You're like, Phil.
I know, but
does she have you by the balls?
I picture his eyes fluttering when he says it.
I know. He gets a little pull in his belly.
We're just loving Call of Duty right now.
Please don't mention that man again.
So
Matt McCarthy, we love you, but if you fucking mention this man again on the
Matt
show,
and I, we decided to get the Jay
Kiwi
and
says
Silent
Matt
Bob.
McCarthy, my friend, as opposed to what? Yeah, why is that always followed with my friend?
Because you don't want inside baseball, so I'm just telling people, maybe first time listeners.
How about you just say I played a game? You don't say with my friend. Have you ever heard me talk about my personal friends on here? Am I talking about my life?
Yeah.
It would sound weird if he said he was Big Spoon and Matt's Little Spoon.
That's true. I think I prefer my friend to Big Spoon. So Little Spoon,
anyway,
Matt McCarthy
so
and
Matt and I, we both picked up the Jay and Silent Bob skins. I'm, of course, Silent Bob. He's Jay. And
what the fuck is happening? You think people want to hear about what skins you bought in Call of Duty with your lover?
Well, they just released the Jay and Silent Bob skins, and I'm like, Matt, we have to do this.
Game Wife. Call him Game Wife. Oh my
I'm Silent
God.
Bob and he's Jay.
Zabum wants to know if you're diamond yet. Are you diamond?
No diamond guns yet. But we changed courses though because we discovered this SWAT 5.56 gun that I talked about like a week ago. Oh my God, that gun is a game changer, and you have to unlock the full auto mod for it, the fire mod. Holy fuck, that thing's a laser beam. Now it's on the 5th page of the battle pass. You can kind of skip that a little bit if you just spend some shackles.
Oh, yeah. Spend a little schmeck. You're cheating, John. You might as well just get Wiimod.
I'm not cheating. I mean, it's available to everybody.
You and your lover need to get it together, okay? This is not... It's not appropriate.
But, okay, so our favorite map by far is Nuketown. We can't stop playing it, Matt and I. We love it so much.
Please stop saying his name.
But anyway, so they just added like yesterday this 10v10 mode, and this is a tiny map that was already chaotic, and now it's like way more people and longer matches. It's fucking just bonkers. Like if you want to level up and get a bunch of XP and a lot of kills and shit, and it's madness. But the problem is the match is so long that it devolves into just madness. Like halfway through, like people start leaving and people get pissed off, and then it's like one strong team against one weak team. I can't explain it. You just have to try it. It's
all right, we had to be there. What happened?
Unlike anything in Nuketown. I'm just saying it because the match is so long, and if one team is dominating, people just start leaving on the other team, and then it turns into just like this like spawn camping, just lunacy. I don't know. It's really fun. It's a welcome addition to the game, the 10v10, and the mode's called Nuketown Chaos. And I really recommend that SWAT 556 though. That gun is so fucking great. And we unlock the thermal scope. You have to level other guns to get attachments for the gun you want. It's kind of stupid what they did this time around. All right, Michelle. And then I played a game that is the craziest fucking thing I've ever played in my life, and I don't even know how to describe it.
All right, what is it?
It's called ENA.
Wait, was that your vape, Brad, you were warning us about?
I even backed away from the mic.
That's
sorry.
okay. I just want to let people know what that is. If you hear that.
What is it?
We do. Oh. It's a vape pen, I think, right?
It's like a little box.
Okay, it's a little box.
Yeah,
I've seen them. I've seen streamers with them. I've
never
heard the noise.
No, it's not even. It's just nicotine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I want you every time he does that at home, you guys have to either take a drink or maybe get up and do a jumping jack. All right, go ahead, John.
All right. Anyway, Michelle, I played this fucking game that I don't even know how to describe it. It's called ENA, ENA Dream BBQ Barbecue. And it's a free game right now. It's made by an animator, a guy who has a huge following on YouTube that makes these little crazy, trippy cartoons called Joel G. He's a 2D animator, and he announced this game like 4 years ago. And this is like the first chapter of it. It is the biggest fucking trip fest on the planet. And it's so masterfully done. It's so like crude and simple, but so good at the same time. And basically you are like this witch or something in this fucking fucked up Salvador Dali world, and all these characters are speaking like in tongues or in French and in Spanish and all these crazy languages that I don't know or can't understand, and the voice acting is so great, but it has subtitles, and the artwork style, I mean, just take a look at it, Michelle. It
looks like an evil Studio Ghibli.
It looks good.
It's fucking bonkers. Like, so what the game is, what I've played so far is I'm thrown in this world. You don't know what the fuck's going on. You come up to a bed in the middle of this like Asian village, this Japanese village with a red sky. It's all dystopian. You don't know what the fuck is going on. It looks like it's hell. And there's a blue bed. You go up to the bed and it's like, do you want to enter this door? And you go in there and there's all these crazy people talking to you saying that you have to figure out where the smoke's coming from. Where's the smoke coming from? We have to get to the boss and kill the boss, but we can't do it until the smoke's gone. And then you start talking to all these weird creatures, and like I talked to some dude and he's like, you need to find the head for my taxi. And then I have a quest. And I talked to some dude and you need to find my pets. And now I have quests for that. And I'm running around this weird, crazy world doing puzzles and platforming, and it doesn't make any sense. And I can't explain what this is, but it's
Absolute
special.
Cinema, people say.
It's special.
What makes it barbecue?
I don't know.
I thought you were going to make like some beef
Nothing
or something.
makes sense. Nothing makes sense in this. I don't understand it.
Bizarre, incredible.
There's not like a crafting table that you...
No crafting tables.
That.
There's light mechanics, tons of exploring, fetch quests, some minor platforming in this crazy fucking world.
Don't expect a traditional game. Ina Dream Barbecue is a playable art installation. Oh, come on.
But it's true, though.
Like, a playable art installation?
It's so
a
true, though.
Collage of ideas
that's pompous.
That will either leave you mesmerized or completely lost.
It's
For
so
fans
true,
of the
though.
series, it's a natural evolution of the madness. For newcomers,
Like
it might be a creative
if I was doing
overdose.
like acid and shit, this would be the first game to
psychedelic
launch.
aesthetic. Yeah, I think these people are high. Okay, they've got something
it's
else
so
in their vape
good.
pens.
And it's a mishmash of styles. Like sometimes it looks like early Quake engine or something, and then you have like these kind of cartoony, well drawn characters. You know, he's a 2D illustrator that kind of interject, and then his arms are like cartoony, but the world's not. And the voice acting is so good. The music's crazy. Check it out. It's free right now. It's like the first chapter. It's kind of early access. You could do like a $10 supporter pack that gives you a bunch of extra shit and even some commentary that I'm kind of curious about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally intrigued by this game on every fucking level. It's special, Michelle. It's special.
Oh my God. I feel. Did you play with Matt?
No, Matt doesn't even know about it.
Now, what if you invite him
I should
over?
text him right now.
He sits on your lap. Okay.
Yes.
You guys, you put the arm. Did you ever do that? Because
we have switchies. We have
hand on the
switchies.
mouse, someone
Yeah.
else's hand over your hand on the mouse. You play together.
I like
okay?
this. Okay.
Yes.
Maybe one does the joysticks, the other does
Yes.
the buttons.
I think it's better
Yeah.
if you say, honey, you do the left button, I'll do the right. Okay.
That would be awkward, honestly. I don't think that would work very well.
It would be fine to do it with your wife.
It would.
All right. What else did you play?
All right. And then Phil gave us a new game on Game Pass. And
Phil.
yeah, Phil gave us Commandos Origins. Now, I have some history with this franchise. This is a late 90s, early 2000 memory of mine on PC. And I remember really liking this game. It's like a real-time strategy game. It's like one of these games where the players are really small and you move them around, Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like cannon fodder?
Cannon fodder? No, it's a strategy stealth game, and you basically it takes place in World War II. You have a bunch of commandos in your team. They all have special different abilities. You're controlling all of them, giving them assignments, and you're basically going through these military installations using a ton of stealth. The stealth reminds me of like the old Metal Gear game, like on the NES, because of the size of the characters and the perspective. The game's very challenging. It's a ton of trial and error, but you can save anywhere, anytime, and you have to save like constantly. Like if I walk like 5 feet, I save.
They want $70 for this?
What's that?
They want $70 for this game?
It's $50 on Steam.
Okay,
I don't see 70.
They just linked 70. I guess it's on Xbox that way. So 70 on Xbox.
It's $70 on Xbox?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
A plus, 70 plus if you want the other versions. It's like 100.
What are you talking about?
Look at the link BMOL's put there in our Twitch.
That can't be $7. Oh, it's on Game Pass, so don't buy it. Like
Okay.
$200 on Switch.
Yeah.
It's $250.
$350, yeah, on Switch too, if you want the upgrade pack. Be careful out there.
No, I'm looking right here on the Xbox.com. It's $60.
Look at that
60
link
plus.
he gave us.
I'm
70.
on it. It's
Look at it.
$59.99.
It says 70.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
Are
it
you
does.
logged into your Canadian account?
No.
Oh, that's the deluxe edition, Michelle.
Okay, yeah.
The second link goes to the
Okay.
standard, which is
Yeah.
60. I think 60 is a little tough, a little too much, and I don't think people really remembered this franchise besides
I think
me.
that's a little steep, if I'm being honest.
And I guess
Yeah.
there's some story about this. Like some guy wanted to bring this back, and he bought the rights for it and started a studio to do it, and then he died, like something like
Oh my
that.
God.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some story here like that. I don't know it exactly.
He got
Don't
it
quote
made
me.
and then he died before he could see it.
I don't know.
Let's
He
keep
might have
going with it.
acquired
And he
it
just got a new cat, and then the cat got AIDS, and then all of a sudden he's like, "I'm doing
Yeah.
this for you, honey." His dead wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Now you own a flower shop.
Exactly. And then Blake Lively plays your wife, but she's a bitch, and now you're pissed off. And then he commits suicide, and then the game's
Yeah.
out, right? Okay. Well, check out. Did you like it?
Yeah,
Did
so
you have
Simon
fun?
Helwig, the original owner of Calypso Media and the driving force behind bringing back the Commandos franchise, had passed away before the release of Commandos Origins. He was a big fan of the original games and acquired the rights to the series with the intention of creating a new installment. It's kind of
And
sad,
then he
right?
died.
Like what?
Was that what happened? I didn't hear anything about the man's death.
Yeah, he passed away before the release of the game.
How old was he?
I have no idea.
Well,
I don't know.
it's
Simon
always
Helwig.
sad, but if he was 35 or
He was
99.
46.
Okay, yeah, that sucks.
So he set out to bring this game back.
Yeah.
Listen, this is a very old school game.
This sounds like a
It's-
Black Mirror episode.
This is a ton of trial and error. Like I'm telling you, you are going to fuck up like a million times. And you have all these guys in your squad. Each has different ability. Like the guy I have now, he can he can cut down barbed wire. He can trim barbed wire, right?
Mhm.
So I use him to trim barbed wire, go behind a Nazi, and then stab the Nazi in the back, and then the Green Beret comes in the front, and then you're just coordinating all these attacks, and
Yeah.
then you're gonna get like a sniper guy, a guy with a silence pistol, and all these different things. You're commanding this squad, and there's a ton of stealth, and it's kind of like isometric looking, top down, small characters, and it's very old school. And I think the thing is, I don't really remember all the little details of the original game I played like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, but it definitely feels like what I remember, and it's a perfect Game Pass game. So Phil did a good job. It's on PC and Xbox.
Well,
I
Phil
would
should
say
have rushed it earlier, so the guy that passed away could have seen it.
I know. He died in 2022, according to this PC Gamer
See,
article.
Phil didn't.
He didn't do it again.
This is why we need crunch. Yeah, he didn't do it again.
Oh,
Exactly, Brad.
This is why we need
crunch.
crunch.
Yeah. You lazy American developers. All right, sorry.
I don't know if he's American.
I know. I'm not being serious, John.
Oh, this studio, Calypso, they did Tropico. Interesting.
Oh, yeah. You like that.
I did like Tropico.
You
That
love
was like something I used
anything
to-
with a South American feel. You love
You know
a
why I like
sweaty Latin
The
environment.
reason I played Tropico, though, was on my PowerBook, my Apple PowerBook before my MacBook Pro. I had very few games on that, and I think Tropico was one, and Warcraft,
Yeah.
like Warcraft 3.
You had very
and
limited
Stark,
selection, like a guy
and
in
Stark-
Alabama at the
and
bar.
Starcraft.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's it for me besides Blueprints. And
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
drinking a Partake Pale. All right, Brad.
All right, Brad,
What's going
what'd
on
you
over there?
do?
I will run through some of these because I mean they're quick. Like I feel like I want to give a shout out to Bentley Bear's Crystal Quest, even though I didn't give it much time because I wasn't in the mood for it, and either it sucked or I wasn't in the mood for
Come
it.
closer to the mic. I want to hear about this Bentley Bear. What is this?
Well,
I've never
I mean, you're
even
not
heard
going
of
to hear
this.
it. I'm not even. Gonna,
Okay.
I barely put any time in it.
Okay.
Oh,
It looked good for a 7800 game.
Okay.
um,
So Atari.
but
but
on
where
the
did you
Evercade-
where did you play that though? On a 7800?
7800 plus that just come out.
Oh, that's a new
Oh.
console.
a few months ago. Yeah,
Is that good?
it's good to play your old games and have an HDMI out on them.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's the
So
same
it's,
as how Atari put out the 2600 plus and then the 7800 plus.
yeah, I remember back then. Like I had like random friends with like wealthy parents that had like that console, and no one else had it. Like when
Yeah,
that came out.
I remember when it went on like extreme clearance in the early 90s for like $5 at Big Lots.
Because
So,
that was like before the NES came out, like right before.
yeah, we had
right?
one growing up. I mean, it
Around
was
the
at my
same
house. It had Pitfall and Montezuma's Revenge on it, right? That's what I'm thinking of.
Well, that's 2600,
Okay.
probably.
It was before I was
But-
born. It'd come out.
No,
it was held back. Like they had made
no,
it like
7800
in 82 or
came out in
83.
86, and
But
Oh.
and then
it was made in 82
was that
or
the
83,
first
but
one?
because of funding, they held it back. No,
Yeah,
the
and then I-
2600 was the first one.
Okay. I
Yeah,
just
so
know that in my
70
house we had an Atari, then an NES.
yeah.
I don't
So
know.
you probably had 26 or 5200. The 7800 came out in 86.
Okay.
I know that I got an NES in 87, so like right
Yeah.
after this thing came out.
Yeah.
So I had never even heard
It
of this
didn't compete
game.
with it. It was like an indie game that they put out
Okay.
with it because it takes sort of uses some of the advanced features. But then on Evercade, both of these are kind of obscure.
Mhm.
I got the Broken Sword pack, and there was a game Broken Sword. I think Legend of
Ah.
the Templars. Or
I
something.
played that on
and it was-
PC, an adventure game, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
It was like a point and click.
Yep.
And the story was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The artwork is awesome. But
Yep.
unfortunately, like all those 32-bit games, the load scene, because it's an emulated console, the Evercade, the load scenes are fucking unbearable. Like I can't go back to it. Like
Yeah.
I played it for a couple hours and I loved the game.
We played
I
on
was
Was
Steam.
that
enjoying
part?
the
Was that a
storyline.
Lucas? Was that a Lucas series or no?
No, but it looks like it. It almost looks
Yeah, it
like a
was similar.
Don Bluth artwork or something.
They still
No,
want
it was,
$30 for that on Steam. That's crazy. I think I own them, but you can get all of them for 40. There's 3 games. These were good adventure games. Yeah.
good story. I
Yep.
really did like it. It's a little clunky to play on a console.
Yeah.
I'll say that. Even though that's what it originally came out on PS2, I think. Or
Really?
It looks like they're
PlayStation
still
1.
making
Yeah.
these games though. There's a Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars.
That's the one I played.
That's what he played.
It was a re-release.
Yeah, they
Oh.
reforged. Steam has like 3 of them
Oh,
reforged.
okay. Because I'm
Yeah.
seeing that on the Switch.
Yeah, they
I guess
re-released
they
them.
released it on that too.
Yeah.
Is this like a Dan Brown novel? Or
I mean,
like,
the
what's going on
stories are
here?
good,
It
John. I
feels like
actually
it.
think you would like the stories. Yeah.
If it was
Well,
touch
my ears,
screen,
I see
Yeah.
Templar. I'm like,
Yeah, they were
if
good
it was
stories.
touch screen and the load time wasn't there, it would be fun. It'd be great.
Okay.
And then it's like I swear I played like John games. Like I tried Mullet Mad Jack, and again I'm being negative on all these games.
That's
so far.
okay. I love negativity. Let's hear it.
what did you think about Mullet Mad Jack? Because I didn't go back to it. Like
I
after
couldn't get into it, man. Like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
artwork was good. It was fun. I liked what they were trying to do, but it was. I don't know if I'm getting old, but like it was like.
No, this is
It
one
was
of those
too
games that got
fast,
hyped up
you
because
know?
it was on Game Pass. It was an old Steam game, and all of a sudden people started shitting like
Well,
bricks about
I mean,
it
on
'cause it was
Steam,
on
it's
Game
got
Pass.
overwhelmingly positive reviews, so people
I don't
fucking
see how.
love this
I
shit.
mean,
Well, the thing is, the art style is so crazy. Like it's
it
cool.
is good.
Yeah,
It looks
Sometimes
good.
art can make people love something. That's for sure.
but it's a
out of all-
fast-paced kind of rogue first-person shooter, right? Where you're killing things.
Yeah.
You have to keep killing, or you die. Does a game change beyond that?
No, and you don't even have time to really see everything you're attacking.
Yeah.
Well, now it's sounding
that's-
interesting. I mean, I don't love the art, but if you have to keep killing, that sounds probably fun.
It's on Game Pass. Play it for free.
Yeah.
but I
Or there's
wouldn't
also
pay
a
for
demo
it.
here I might try. But yeah, I mean, people do like it, John. You're right. So I kind of misspoke with that.
No, they fucking love it.
Yeah.
And
people
when
do
this was
like
on
it.
Game Pass, I had a couple people telling me that I needed to try it.
Yeah,
and,
they did. They told us to have you play.
And then, did you say you're playing Indiana Jones?
I played that when it first came out, and I've not. I make fun of you, and I haven't even got into Egypt yet.
That's
So,
okay. That's what we do. That's what we
You
do
know what?
here.
Though,
I'm
like when I was looking, I was
I'm at
I
the
was-
Vatican.
Okay, you're in the Vatican. Because I was doing some research, like when I got stuck or something, I don't know, I ended up on a Reddit thread about this game. And people were saying, like, they spent 20 hours just in the fucking Vatican and they haven't left yet. Like, there's so much to do there.
You know, you think you would get more mature as you age, and like as
Yeah.
a kid, I had a lot more patience with games, and
Yeah.
now it's like I get pissed off, and I'm like, "Fuck it, I'm not even going back to." Like, I would like to go back to it because I do
Yeah.
think it's good.
Mhm.
But, you know,
But-
when Ben Heck was on there, he said something that kind of stuck with me. Just do the main story quests. I mean, that's with a lot of games. Just there's so many side quests in that game that I think you'll never finish it if you try to do all of them.
It depends on the
Yeah,
game.
I mean, it's hard.
If you love it
Yeah.
and you want to do all of it, it's nice that they're there. But I do
Yeah.
appreciate a main quest separation. Some
Me
games
too.
kind of have them hodgepodge and you don't know what you're really
I
supposed
know.
to be doing. And,
Right.
you know, it's nice to kind of just like if you want to get through the story mainline, if you're loving it and you want the perks, you want some
Yeah, like
extras.
Warcraft, just World
Yeah,
of Warcraft.
go
Like,
for it.
These are the main objectives. This other shit here, go find this woman's purse in a bathroom. That's
Sometimes
optional.
side quest stories are really good
But-
though, pending the game.
But then something like
Yeah.
Skyrim that works.
Exactly.
You know, I mean,
Yep.
it just didn't work with. I don't
Yeah.
know. And then I played Balatro. That's what I
Yep.
put the most time in. I mean,
Which was great.
hours and
Mhm.
hours. Like
Everybody
I think
loves
it gets too hard. I think the difficulty ramps up a little too hard. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep playing it. It reminds me of Brotato of all things. Now I don't know if you played this. I
Brotato?
know-
Brotato,
I
really?
love Brotato.
Which is a survivor's style game for people who don't know. Why does it remind you
Well,
of that?
because-
Just because of the layering and synergies of certain things?
Yeah, like where
Okay.
the roguelike elements where you have to, like, if you don't, in the first one or two antes, if you don't get a good selection started, you're fucked. You
Just
can't
reroll.
get past 6 or 7.
Mhm. Yep. I can see that.
But
Yeah.
I kept going back to it. I'd be like, man, I'm so pissed. And then
Where
I
are you
just
playing
loaded
that?
up
I have it
again.
on my phone. It's with me all the time. I should probably
It-
launch that more often.
Phil did it, and it was on Xbox, man. So that's
Oh.
what I did.
Phil did do
Bill
it.
did it again.
I mean,
Oh
this
my
game's a
God.
fucking
You Phil
juggernaut.
lovers.
I can't believe that this card game has taken over gaming.
People love
like, they-
roguelikes
it's a-
and love cards, so he slammed them together. He did a good job.
But the
I couldn't tell you-
execution's so good, though.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go back to Brotato?
No, I haven't played that in
Like-
a while. I've definitely played that
Oh.
on my Steam Deck in the last year.
I've heard it
maybe.
got way better too. Even yeah,
Oh, it's so fun. It's so good.
yeah.
It's
and
better
you,
than it should be.
you also said you
Really?
played Schedule 1. I just picked that game up and played a little bit too. I've been meaning to play with my friends. What did you think of Schedule 1, which has been
And-
blown up?
And I'm not going to lie, because I got pissed, as
All
I
right.
want to do so far.
Okay.
But I used a console command to give me more money
Oh,
because
you
the
did?
cops took all my shit.
You can do that?
Oh, Of course you
You
can.
hit the All you do is
Okay,
hit
so
tilde.
that happened to me. But if you just pick up garbage and put it in that recycle bin, you'll get cash that way.
Yeah, if I wanted to sit there for 10 fucking hours picking up cigarette
You
butts.
got to be careful though, cheating in a game, because it can take away the fun. It's okay to
Now,
as a one-time thing to get yourself free, like you did, but
That's-
if you just give yourself
all I
infinite
did.
money, it ruins the game.
Now I saw a news
What?
story that guy was maybe in trouble because of acid
No.
flips or something.
They said they're not suing him. That was like a rumor. The drug
it
dealer
was?
simulator people or something. Yeah, they came out and said like there's no lawsuits. So I don't know. I don't know what the truth
I mean,
is.
I liked it. I think it's slow.
Yeah.
It definitely has a lot of jank to it, but
Yeah.
no, I mean, it's fun. Like
It's
it's
probably
just
fun
like
with
It's
people.
totally fun.
If you have a bunch of people with
It's a
you and
3D
you're
version of-
running them, you're cooking them, the other person's planting. I bet that's where it really shines.
well, it's like Dope Wars or Drug Wars, like
Yep.
a newer version of it. So,
Right.
Oh, there should be battles like multiplayer, like teams of 5 who can sell the most drugs, like multiplayer. There's a lot of, I don't know, possibilities.
or
with
even
this
gang
game.
wars. It'd be good if you could like
Yeah.
rob the other.
He built a
dealers
cool
or something.
world because I drove around a little bit. I delivered some drugs. And I was like, okay, I see why people like this.
How long did you play it?
I only played about an hour because I was waiting because my friends have keys and I was like, oh, I should play. I want to do co-op because
Okay.
I don't know. I've heard that like it's actually a little tough alone. I don't know if you guys feel that way. Maybe I've just been told wrong, but people said like alone, it's
I
a
could
little
see
bit of
it.
a slow go where you kind of get
I mean, I don't
frustrated.
know, like I got the apartment above the Chinese restaurant. I have the skateboard.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of where I am right now.
I
Like
kind
I'm
of feel like I
probably
would really enjoy it if I had
couple
one
hours
role.
in.
Like, okay, this is my role. This is what I'm
Yeah.
going to do. You know,
you
kind of like
stay
John
in
when we were
the
playing.
apartment and
Yeah,
just,
I didn't like driving the drugs out to the city at the gas station, interacting with those people, honestly. Just let me stay in the van and plant, okay? It's like Valheim. I was back building while
Well,
my
that's
friends
like
were
the
off
very beginning of the
doing
game.
shit at the
because
boats.
you don't that van goes
Yeah.
away pretty quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. I drove
Spoiler
to another
alert.
place. Spoiler alert. I liked the
Spoiler
van. It was
alert.
cozy.
Well, no, what I think sucks.
That was
though,
like
is
a
it'll
Walter
give you-
White.
Yes,
it
definitely
was
a nod to
totally.
Breaking Bad.
But they'll tell like, hey, like you need to get friendly with these 3 people, and
Yep.
you go to do something, and if they say no, you're fucked for the day. You have to wait
Right.
a whole nother day before you can, and that kind of sucks because then you're like, well, what am I going to do? Just sit around, and there's nothing else to do except pick up trash, like John said.
Right.
If you're out of money, you mean?
No, I'm just saying, like if you
Can't you buy more
fucking blow your chance.
like thingies and plant more? Sorry, I don't know.
Well,
what
because
they're
I
called.
was
Buds?
selling drugs to people on my
Seeds.
phone. Like
Seeds, yeah.
go to the phone. There's always something in there that you can try to make
I know,
happen.
but I mean, but you can't get any more progression on the quest, I guess is what I'm saying.
Right.
And that pisses me off.
Yeah, I know.
But,
Maybe you're farther than I am because what I've been doing is on downtime, I'll go to the hardware store. I'll get more pots and make more plants and
Yeah.
get more
Can't
bags.
you just keep
and,
growing? No pun intended. I don't know. I got to play more. But yeah, I mean, check out Schedule 1. There is a demo too. So it's nice that people can experience it and try it with your friends. All right, Brad, I know you did play the blueprints, which we want to talk
I
about. So let's get into it right now.
And I'm drinking Red Bull
Oh, that's right. I forgot to
and
ask you.
water.
Okay.
So
And water, not together though. Just side, like you're
No,
double fisting
no.
it like Bradford. Okay.
I got Red Bull with Sonic ice, chewy ice, and water. So
All right.
and I'm chasing it with the water. So
Well, let's talk about this game, which was so hyped up before it even came out that it was the highest rated game of 2025 or to be released this year. Before it had been released, people were saying it's the best game they've ever played, Vice and all this stuff. So we figured we should try it. And it is on Game Pass. It is on PS Plus, right? Or is it PS Now,
Yeah.
whatever they call it? I don't know.
Yeah, it's on PS Plus.
Okay, it's on Steam. It's everywhere. You can. I don't know if it's on Switch. I haven't checked. Game of the year already. Yeah, that's what people are saying.
It's on PS Plus Extra, just so we're clear.
Okay, too many weird names on PlayStation
I know.
that I can't. Keep
Well, there's
up with.
different tiers.
Different tiers. Yeah, plus extra. And so yeah, Blueprints is available everywhere though, and the pre-com
Like,
on
who
the
made
game is
this
insane.
game? Like,
though, like I said,
Yeah, it is. But like, where did this game come from? And
I mean,
like-
Raw Fury published it, right? Or who? No, who published this one?
Raw Fury-
Rebellion
Fury.
or Raw Fury? Okay. Yeah, I mean, Doggo Bomb. I haven't heard of that developer before, but I know Raw Fury, and they've done a bunch of stuff that we've covered on here. So, I mean, whoever was working their PR did a great job because they got it in the hands of some curators and some content creators and some reviewers, and they liked what they played. And look, I feel like John, you hate this game. I just want to.
hang on.
Okay.
I didn't say I hated it. Let's talk about what the game is. Okay. So I didn't know, because when you and I were talking about this game like a week ago, and you kept saying blueprints, I thought you were saying blueprints, and then I didn't know what this game was, and then I installed it on my Game Pass. I mean, on my Xbox with Game Pass. I launch it, and it's a game about fucking blueprints with a T.
Well,
right?
yeah, but you are a prince. Your uncle dies.
I know.
Right? It's got this whole nice story. Herbert Sinclair dies and leaves you his estate in 1993. You get Mount Holly, which is a mysterious manor with shifting rooms, and you have to find room 48, a hidden room. And
I thought it was 46.
I don't know, whatever. I wrote 48. It doesn't much matter right now, but you have to find this room, and you have to, like, he's like, only one of my heirs will be able to find this, and you can't stay overnight, and everything you find in the estate cannot be taken off the estate.
It's a rogue.
So it's a roguelike.
Right.
Everything you lose, you pick up again, but there are permanent meta progression things around the map. I don't want to spoil them for anybody. Okay, they may be inside or outside of the manor, but there are permanent unlocks that do carry over from run to run.
And vendors, too, that will hold shit for you. Is that what you mean?
Did you find that?
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm not talking
Spoiler
about that.
alert.
I'm talking
Again.
about the more. I mean, there's going to be minor spoilers, or we really can't talk about this. But there are.
Well, I mean, what's the spoil? So, like,
what's the spoil? Is explore outside the gates. Some people I've talked to didn't even know you could go outside. For example, explore outside the gates.
Yeah, because you start in the foyer, and you could just you turn around and go to the fountain.
And
I went to the
things
fountain
out
and found
there-
something at the fountain. I got something.
there's things out there that will interact with things in the house, and things in the house interact with things outside. But basically, you're going from door to door, drafting these rooms, and every step you take in the room, not like actual step, but every time you step in a room, you lose a footstep. But certain rooms, like crafting a bedroom,
Unless it's a red
will
room.
let you, you'll gain 20 footsteps, or you'll, and the rooms will have sort of pros and cons, buffs and debuffs, and different things can appear in different rooms. And I love that aspect of this game.
And puzzles in some of the rooms, and
but you have to do them again. Like some of them are the same puzzles that never change.
What's so smart about how this game works, though, because it's more than that, what you're describing. So when you go to a door, right, you're presented with 3 blueprints, okay? And if you don't have the ability to re-roll, you have to use one of those 3 blueprints. And the manor is a grid, a rectangular grid, and if you have a blueprint, if they're all dead ends, a bathroom, a closet, whatever, then you have just fucked that door. You can't build beyond that now.
You may have fucked the door, but you still didn't fuck your overall run, because in this game, your knowledge is what you're taking with you to the next run.
Sure,
it's not
but
just
you
a
can't
physical
fuck.
thing.
But you can't fuck the entire run if you make all dead ends.
You don't,
if you
because
have
you
a
still
bad
gain
roll.
something in the run. You probably still gain something
I understand,
in the run.
but you're trying to get to the 46th room.
But that's not all
trying
you can get to the end and you can't do anything with it. You can get to the antechamber and nothing happens.
Right.
You have to have done something else that makes that work. And there are certain puzzles that I do like, certain ones I don't like. I feel like
the dartboard one I love. I
love the dartboard one. It's easy math, but you know.
But it's not obvious.
The art
you have to,
is cool.
You have to do the order of operations on that dartboard and stuff, and like I actually
order of
wrote
operations.
down.
That's just math.
I know,
it's
but
not even the order of operations. It's like backwards.
It's like
outside.
Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, right?
Yeah.
So like you have to do those in that order, and there's different colors for the numbers, and you have to associate one with division, one with multiplication. Like I actually wrote that down on a piece
But you
of
can't
paper.
really interact with a lot in this world, to be fair. I expected to be
agree.
able to get in these rooms. I thought I could
Some of
open
the
everything,
rooms are
look at
just like,
everything. They're telling
like
me
there's
you need a
nothing in them.
notepad. There's notepads all over the place. Do you mean I need a notepad in real life? Like there's
Yes,
certain things I should
that's
be
what
able
it's
to
saying.
touch. Right. But I should be able to open this dresser, open this drawer. I want to be able to get in each room and really have fun in each room, spend more time in each room, explore each room. And they don't really give you that much to do. Once you see the room, you might walk through one room, and the only point of that room was so you could pick up a shovel. Like, give me more to do in the rooms. I don't love the way the roguelikeness was implemented in this game. I like everything about this game, but I do not think it is a good roguelike. I think they've kind of missed a few steps, no pun intended, with the way they implement the roguelikeness
But the thing is,
of it.
This game is very chill though, like low pressure.
I don't think you've gotten
veg
deep
out.
enough to know
Oh,
that,
is that
it's
right?
not low pressure. No, I don't think it is.
really-
I think Sorry, Brad, go ahead.
Oh no, you're fine. I was just going to say it really reminded me of Mist. Of all
Yes,
things.
I agree. It has mist and rivenness to it, and a
So
lot
what,
of thinking.
Michelle? What? Explain to me without spoiling
So I
anything.
went through like a kind of a roller coaster with this game, where initially I was like, "Whoa, this is cool," and I want to keep playing more. I think after I put in like multiple hours, I was like, I started to hit a wall where I was like, okay, so I have to keep doing this to do that. And I just did that again. You're telling me you couldn't save that lockbox puzzle, you know, the one with the dots in the breaker room. You couldn't I have to do this breaker room puzzle again. Like,
Right.
there's certain things that I feel like if they had given you a progression system outside of the game, more outside of each like run, and they do outside in the world in some way, where I found it to be a bit too repetitive in some aspects, where I should have been able to, like that breaker box puzzle, for example, with the little like, the 10 dots. I was like, again, I literally have done this 10 times. Like, let me retain some of my knowledge. And I didn't like the emptiness of the rooms. Like it's not a perfect 10 of 10, the best game I've ever played, like people are saying. Now, is it a cool game, a creative concept, fun for everybody out there who loves adventure games? Do I love drafting rooms and the art and the idea and the story and the mystery of this? Yes. It could be a movie, right?
It looks great. I mean, it is great.
It does look good.
Great artwork.
It has like a really good cel-shaded 3D engine.
Yeah. I think after about 10 hours with the game, you're going to go, yeah.
I mean, listen, I think the game's unique. I enjoy what I played. But the whole time I'm playing it, I'm like, really? This is the game everyone's saying is the best game of the year, and people are losing their shit. I think that's a bit far. That's a bit of a stretch. I do think the idea is fantastic, though.
It's a great idea, and it's a good game. I just don't think
it's a tremendous idea.
It's perfect to the point where people are like, holy shit,
it's not. A lot of the blueprints are disappointing. Like, you have a hallway, and it's like there's nothing in there.
But you do need that, though. You do need them to be able to get to certain points sometimes, right? And so, like, the church, for example, when you walk in there, they take your money, and you're like, I need that, though, because I need the door there. But there's also always money on the table if you light the candles. So I want more things like that in the rooms, where if I interact in a certain way, I've learned the trick of each room. They didn't hide enough mystery in this beautiful, mysterious manner. It's sort of a little bit too in your face. And, a lot of the mysterious stuff, like there's a garage that you have to get the power onto. And can you get in the car? Can you drive around? Can you get outside? And, there's these 4 urns and I've lit up a couple of them. What happens when I light up all of them? And they've done it in a few things, but you really should be able to spend almost like an escape room, those escape room games. I think you should be able to spend 20 minutes in one room and really just get enjoyment out of it by opening things, searching, figuring things out. They didn't stock enough stuff in the rooms.
It needs more interaction.
I agree with you, Brad. Yep, that's what I'm trying to say. You
now, I'm reading on Steam on a thread here that once you get to room 46, you've basically only completed like 25% of the game.
Yeah.
And it goes deep as fuck.
Yes.
So
this game has depth. It does. But it's depth in an overall arcing way, not in a micro way, where I feel like for people to want to get there, you've got to give us more. Like, drafting the rooms is fun, but I'm telling you guys, after more hours, you're going to be like, oh, come on. Like, can I just get
No, I get what you're saying, because I was starting to feel, I probably played it for maybe 2 hours, 1 to 2 hours.
Yeah, it's going to hit you.
And I was starting to already feel like the repetitiveness of the rooms. But then every now and then I get some new blueprint I haven't seen. I'm like, what's this room?
Exactly. But once you've seen them all.
The security room, like the security camera room. I'm like, I never had that blueprint before.
Yeah, and there's stuff you can do on the computer in there. But it doesn't save. It doesn't bring it over to your next run. And yes, I know it's a roguelike, but when you've done it that many times, you have to encourage people to want to keep doing it. And so I feel like this stuff could all be fixed with like some minor balancing patches and stuff. And I'm sure they will tweak it a little bit. But it's kind of a no-brainer to try this if you grew up with Myst, and like Brad is saying, or if you grew up with adventure games, or you just appreciate puzzling, because it's cool.
It's a roguelike, but there's way too much repetition. And I think that's what, like, if there was a little more something different, Yeah,
a little more permanence in the roguelikeness, please. Yeah.
Is it the best game of the year?
No.
That just tells you how much other shit there is out there that people are like, this is the best. No, it's good, but it doesn't mean
there's something about it why people are going nuts. I haven't figured it out yet. I mean, it's because it's a unique idea. I think people are so hungry for new stuff, but sometimes people just like something because of how it looks.
Is there danger? I'm going back to what you said about how it gets like sweaty. Like, is there danger? Can you die? Is there like...
I haven't died. I'm not saying there isn't, but...
Are there bad things that can hurt you?
Indie darling. Yeah, Badger, that's it. I mean...
Just say yes.
Here's the thing. No, because I thought originally I had a limited amount of days to play.
Yeah.
Because and then I was like, my whole...
Do you?
We all do, Michelle.
Unlimited days. Well, we all do. Yeah, we have an unlimited number of heartbeats and steps. But no, you can keep... The days can go up to as high as you want.
Okay.
So... I don't know. You guys like it but don't love it? Is that where I'm at, or what? Or love it but don't?
I'm like 75%.
Okay, you respect it, John. You respect it.
I do.
But you don't know if you'll play more.
I might. I don't know, but I don't feel like it.
You know why I'm frustrated? Because I do really love this game, but I don't want to finish it. And it's not because it's too hard. It's because it just doesn't. It. No, it's not.
You don't want to do everything all over again. You don't want to go in a room full of boxes and figure out which one's telling the truth again. And
I'm like, I just maybe I tried to.
What's that?
You couldn't go in any of the boxes, really.
Yeah, but then you said like you were talking about that parlor puzzle. But yeah, in general, you got a stack of 400 fucking boxes. You can't touch any of them.
Yeah, I was talking about the parlor puzzle where one box is a lie, one is the truth.
Kiwi's going to write it back. No, it's not even that it's too hard or too tedious. It's that I just found myself after a certain amount of hours not having fun, but I love the game. I do. I really do think it's a great game. But after a certain amount of hours, I just wasn't having fun enough to want to finish it. Like when you get to the door and you can't open it, and then you're like, I just got to this damn antechamber fourth. Like, oh, like give me a little more reward. Give me a little more. Just pat me on my head and tell me I'm a good girl, so I can keep playing. Like, there's not enough like Pavlovian like reward in this game. I feel like.
Right.
You kind of know what I'm saying.
I do actually.
And it wouldn't take much if there was just some sort of milestone in those first 3 or 4 rooms that are like, shit, yeah, that's awesome. And
exactly. Give us some cool shit. Let us find something that's like, holy fuck, okay? Not just a gem. Little Uncle Sinclair left me a gem, okay? Maybe he left me, $1 million in an envelope, and I can go crazy at the store next time. Yeah, coin purse.
Uncle Sinclair's kind of a dick, man.
He is a dick. Like, hey, you can get all my millions, or I'm going to throw them away. Not even like then they go to charity. No, this bitch is like, I'm just going to burn them because you couldn't figure it out, you dumb shithead. Let's talk about what an asshole he is. But I don't know. I love the game, but I don't think I'm going to finish it. And usually that's not where I'm at. If I love something, I'll probably play all of it. Craig says I've waited my whole life to hear a woman say that. What did I say?
I bet they'll have a sequel that has multiple stories.
Yeah, they should keep this going. Maybe Blue Princess is next, right? They're always putting a woman in it. Okay, it's Blue Princess.
The Winchester House.
Yeah, no, I like I said, I love the game in all fairness, but I just feel like because of some of the downsides, I almost kind of feel like maybe they'll patch it or make an update that kind of makes it just more fun.
Like, how would it work though? Like, if you get something that's permanent. Like, what would you want? Like, cosmetics or
anything? That's not up to me to figure out. That's up to them to figure out.
A compass? Like, what?
They're
like,
the
what
developers.
Do you like?
Well, I thought it was very cool how I put
at one time.
Yeah, I put a room down that always stays. I'm sure you've had the foundation room. It always stays on your map. More things like that. More like, wow, this run felt different. When every run starts to feel the same, and I've done the same puzzle 100 times.
Well, that's what the good rogues are, the ones where you get really OP on a good run, right?
Yes.
Like it's like,
and there's no way to get super OP here.
Like you get all these amazing cards or buffs or abilities.
Like that's what makes Balatro work. Yeah. Like you're saying, some synergy. Yeah. What if you get magic feet when you walk in? Oh my God, I got a fucking magic feet run. I'm God mode right now. I can just walk to the fucking end. Did you see that? It's like 1 out of every 100 games I get God mode.
You could see through walls.
Exactly. It played it a little too straight and narrow. Uncle Sinclair, this tricky fuck, he would have put some secret shit in this house where I would be able to find it. Maybe I think more fun. There's a little more levity to this game, right? Like a little bit more fun. And I appreciate what they're doing. I like a lot of the game, but when I stopped having fun, I stopped.
It was just so like low key, like.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Give us a little more fun, a little more spice.
Like, it was just like I was like reading a book. Like,
yeah, it's a puzzle game. It's a little too serious for me.
Some people like reading books.
No,
like
I
feel like I was on a hammock and just I had like a.
And then Sinclair should be taunting you the whole time. He should have pre-recorded things that are like, you dumb fuck. I can't believe you shared my DNA. Novel. Get the fuck out of here. Like, where's Sinclair? Well, he's not found in there.
I think for trying to do that with like the notes and everything somewhere, but the notes are just,
they're kind of boring.
I've not seen any. Yeah. Fucking retarded.
Good, but that's a good way to put it. It's good, but fucking retarded.
Well, the whole note thing, telling a narrative story is kind of overdone anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the notes are useful, though, because they kind of tell you how to do certain things or give you clues up how the world works.
Mm-hmm.
But some of them don't do that at all.
Yeah. And I mean, to talk more about it, we would really be getting into deep spoilers. So, I don't know. Check out Blueprints.
Like, the one room has a postcard. Like, what?
Yeah.
What do I do with this postcard?
That Reddington?
Yes.
Explore Reddington or whatever.
Explain to me. Am I dumb? Is that?
There's also no ultra wide. There's no key
should I
bindings.
glean
There's
something
a lot
from
of
that?
flaws in this game. I should
played
be
this
able
on
to
the
walk
Xbox,
into
by
that
the
room
way.
and I should be able to rip the wallpaper off the wall in the room with the peeling paint. And I should find all these scribbles under there that St. Clair wrote. Okay, and it's like, by the way, your mother. That's not your real mother. Okay, like where are the family secrets? Where's the drama? Let's turn this into a soap opera. No, I'm just saying, let's make each run feel different. And after a while, they didn't feel different. They all felt the same. And
But could it be that the game's going to completely drastically change from what we're describing now?
I mean, exactly what you're saying. Like, if it was like Balatro or Brotato, where you had some starting point, like Brotato, you can pick different starting characters. Balatro, you can do the different decks that give you a different buff. If there was some sort of buff that you could start with, that right
I mean,
there
you can, like, once you
change
put
it.
down, spoiler alert, once you put down the mine, you start with 2 gems. Ooh, 2 gems. I mean, that should, that 2
It's
gems.
not exciting. It's not
enough.
exciting enough.
No, it's just a multiplier plus or minus. That mine should have given me something else. It should have been, you've unlocked this, you have an access point right to this point of the map, whatever.
Now you have a cowboy hat.
Exactly.
And even like some kick-ass buff and then some debuff that fucks you in another way. That's
not
fine.
enough
I mean,
risk reward going on, like you're saying.
Like a
maybe
limp,
there's this,
maybe give your guy a limp. That would be bad.
Ghost of Dream says, anytime a southern accent says Dex, he thinks you're saying Dix. Is that true? Can you confirm for us, Brad?
Dick mode.
Dick mode.
I said dick mode there.
Dick mode.
Dick.
Dick mode. It's just great to have a bigger accent than mine on here, Brad. I appreciate it. But yeah,
God
so
damn it.
I don't know. I sound a little negative on the game, but I'm not. It's because I see like the potential for me personally. But look, I guess they nailed it. Everybody says the best thing they've ever played. And then there's people like us in our community that are like, look, I kind of thought it was cool, but I quit playing, So I feel like you could get everybody on board with just a few changes, just like Balatro. It's like we're all on board with Balatro because it was fun.
But the thing is, if you look at the Steam reviews, it's not overwhelmingly positive.
You're right. That's true. It's mostly a critic darling.
Yeah. But people were jizzing about this before it even came out.
Because the blueprint thing is cool. I do love the feeling of making a new room.
I do too. I think that's genius. I really do. Like once I fully understood how it worked, and once I realized that once you open a door, you have to use one of the 3 blueprints,
unless you're in the drafting room. Yep.
Yes.
You know what I would
have
have loved? Yeah, like
whatever.
some kind of talent tree when you get out, or like meta progression of like, hey, you know what? I'm a drafter. I'm going to pick this skill. I'm a drafter. Now I get an extra draft for every room because I'm a drafter, and I chose to level up drafting.
Table.
Yep, exactly. Or I'm a cook. I'm a chef, and now I get draft table. There you go. Or I can, because I just don't want to have to worry about footsteps. I make bananas. I bring bananas with me. More stuff like, what? If I found a shovel 10 times, do I really have to find it again? Because I'm running into all these dirt piles, and I can't even dig them up.
Fucking rusty nail or a pebble in it. Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying, like, come on. How many times do I have to find the shovel? They're telling me I can't take the shovel out of the mansion. I get that, but can I leave it in the foyer? Can't my foyer have a box with my name on it that I put the shovel in so it's there for my next run? You have to let us take more stuff with us out, not out of the gate. But think about that. That doesn't make sense logically, right? I found the shovel.
It's a rogue. Nothing didn't make sense in that.
No, but then don't write into the story that way. You must never take anything out of the mansion. Well, you dumb fuck, Sinclair. I'm not taking it out of the mansion. I was trying to put the shovel in the foyer.
This guy's very rigid. He's got rules. He's a blue blood, for God's sakes.
Well, I don't want to live under his thumb. I don't need the money then, Sinclair. Okay?
Right.
Dump the money. I'm not living by your rules.
Well, have fun working at Panera Bread.
I'm not working at Panera Bread. I'm a prince. Have you seen that kid?
I have.
Yeah,
they show him every now and then.
I just want the shovel, okay? I was very upset after I found the shovel 10 times, then I saw a dirt pile, and I'm like, the shovel was in 10 runs ago. Like, let me at least, can I level up my digger skills where I use my hands? They're not that bad because the shovel's like one shove. This kid could have kicked the dirt pile and found the key.
What if it went into from the shovel and it turned into a game about digging a hole? And the next thing you know, it was like something like that.
But no, I think it's a mist for the modern era. I think that's a good way to put it, Brad. I recommend trying it, but just know you might hit a period of frustration with it. It's not insurmountable. You might push through it. I haven't pushed through it yet.
It's got a lot going for it.
It's calling me back, though. It calls you back. You play a run, and it's like, hey, you want to come play me more? Come on back. Did you guys feel that when you stopped playing?
I did feel that.
Yeah.
I did,
definitely.
Yeah, you're like, hey, just another run. Come on, let's open another door with me. Let's just.
I know, but then on the other run, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
I already did all this.
Yeah, it's like, but then you want to go back, and you're like, oh, open a door with me. This is kind of fun.
But then they
Ah,
give
you
you
go
something
inside.
new. Like for me, it was like the security room.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, maybe I haven't seen that. Didn't
Once
see that
you run through
before.
all the newness, though, you're like, oh shit again, not this again, not this again. Oh, it's the same
you
room
Not
again.
the goddamn closet with the
It's the
fucking
closet
tooth-
again. You gave me a gem and a key. How about I find something good in the closet? All right.
Oh
Let me
no! This
find
time though, I'm giving
Yeah,
you a
know
gem
what?
and a coin purse.
You
so
find
there's
Uncle
the
Sinclair's
difference.
red high heels. Okay, and you're
Yeah.
like, what the fuck was Uncle Sinclair doing?
Yeah, he's a cross-dresser.
Either that or he was fucking
And
a
we
maid.
find
I don't
out
know. It
he's
was an Arnold
hung.
Schwarzenegger situation. Yeah,
Yeah.
give me a little bit more in this, kind of this closet. Everything in the closet at the same time. It's like, okay, a gem and a key. You're right, John. Put something in the closet.
Yeah.
Skeletons in the
I think
closet. Let there be skeletons.
Sinclair was in the closet.
Yeah, have Sinclair pop out. Perfect. Maybe he chokes you one time. He's like, I'm back,
Anybody that has
bitch.
Anybody that has a boudoir is a little suspect in my book.
Yes,
so.
I thought that was a little weird. Yeah, he's got like multiple like mannequins in there. I don't know. I like the game, but I think it has potential. So go back to the drawing board, no pun intended, with Blueprints if you want to really make it a 10 of 10, because it actually could be. This game has the potential, I think, to be really, really the game people are saying it is. It's just not
I
quite
know.
there yet.
We got to find out what happens though after.
Nothing happens. He probably goes, ha, here's a donut, you dumb idiot kid. I'm not giving you
I
my
think-
millions. I left it to your sister, Janine. Janine gets everything.
You could win the money, and I bet that bastard would be looking over your shoulder every time you spin it.
Yeah.
Like you buy a hamburger. Really? Mm.
Yeah. You're going to spend it on that? Blueprints? Really? You're not going to get into Yale with that sweater. So, no, I'm sounding like my
Where are my
grandmother.
lucky high heels?
All right, there you have it.
There you have it. Blueprints. Go play. Let us know what you think. Fun game until it becomes unfun. So if you can beat it, I think Ted in our Discord's on the way to try to really beat the game. Let me know what happens. I probably won't get there. All right, let's get into some news. What's happening out there? Oh, Oblivion leaked.
Wait, are we taking
potentially
a break? What are you doing?
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, guys. Okay, so we're going to take a break. Remember, if you want ad-free versions of VGO, you can get those by supporting us on our app at videogameoutsiders.com, where you can listen on the app or the web, or you can listen now in our Discord if you support us in Discord, where we do also, John, weekly bonus shows, the whole back catalog, and a special SUPS Discord podcast.
That's right. It's all there.
All right, let's get into some news. There has
What's
been
going on
rumors
out
here.
there?
Well, a lot of people were excited, saying Phil did it again because Oblivion Remake is coming to Game Pass. It leaked apparently sometime this month, but we have Claire Obscure coming this month, which would be weird timing. But look, this is good. I put so many hours into Oblivion, one of my favorite games of all time, but I still feel like Sky Oblivion is going to be the better redone Oblivion. But
You think so?
would you finally go back and actually play more Oblivion, John? Now that Phil's going to give it to you remastered?
It's harder to go back.
So I'm confused
Would you
though
play Skyrim?
about these games. Oblivion was the one that came with the cloth map I played on the, right?
Yeah.
What? Right?
No, I mean, when you were screaming about Skyrim, I got out of River Woods, as you called it. That was Skyrim. This
I
is
know
Oblivion,
that was
the first
Skyrim.
one. We had to close the demon gates. You didn't play much of this at all. You start off in a prison. I love this game. One of my favorite games of all time. Can I go back and redo it all? Maybe, maybe not. But I'm glad they're redoing it, and I'm glad it's coming to Game Pass. They said that it was inspired by Souls-like blocking. So maybe they refined the combat a little bit, because the combat in Elder Scrolls games was always a little,
Yeah.
So we'll see how it truly feels.
I forgot what this game's like. I remember I had the metal case with the cloth map inside of it on the 360. That's all I remember about this game. And Skyrim, all I remember is getting to
Because you never
Riverwood.
played them. And if you're a gamer and you haven't put 50 hours at least
I
into an Elder
have
Scrolls
played
game, you
whatever.
haven't. Then you
I
can't
haven't.
call
Okay,
yourself
I
an
haven't.
RPG gamer. You haven't. So do it. Do
Skyrim,
it for
I'm
Phil.
in a fucking cave and there's a dragon and I'm gonna get assassinated and then I go to the town. And they're-
Yeah, these Elder Scrolls games are great. I know Bethesda's going to fuck up the next one, so just let me enjoy myself here. And then also we've got, like I said, that Sky
Now, don't
Oblivion
you
is coming, which is a
Do you think
Snake.
this is really the big announcement, or are they going to say Skyrim's coming to the Switch too? That
no
would be the
Oblivion, not
announcement.
Skyrim.
I know.
But-
I'm saying that would be their big announcement, though.
That's not an
Skyrim's
announcement.
old as
That's
shit.
horrible.
That's not a big announcement. What are you talking about? The thing that people
They're
don't
bringing
like the
Pac-Man
because
to
they
the
keep
Switch.
re-releasing it everywhere.
we're bringing Pac-Man to the Switch and it's $90, guys. And all the
Yeah.
Nintendo sycophants are like, oh, let me lick your balls. And then I have to fight with them all day in Discord. I'm thinking of you people out there who I fight with. Oh, Nintendo's so great. Oh, Michelle, you're so down on Nintendo. I mean, it's insane, Brad. Do you understand? Are you a Nintendo fanboy?
No,
Probably.
No, I'm
Oh,
really
no.
not.
Okay.
And I love the original Nintendo, but they're so full of themselves, you know?
Yeah, there you
You
go.
think
And you
so?
got this guy going.
What-
The big news would be Skyrim on the Switch. First of all, doesn't that already exist?
Yeah,
Okay?
it does. I
It
think it
already-
does. I think
Exactly.
Skyrim's
It's
already on the Switch.
Yeah,
but no,
this
they're going to have
20-year-old
a
game on
better
the
one.
Switch
though.
would be the
They're
real
gonna have,
thing.
No,
No,
Skyrim
but if you
enhanced.
look at the redone version, the graphics on the Oblivion, like redone or whatever they're calling it, I
Yeah.
don't know what it's called, remastered. They actually look pretty good, but they took away the colorful world of Skyrim and they tried to make it more dingy looking, like Elden Ring. I think it's intentional. They
well,
specifically
we
dropped
should be
Souls-
clear though about the images. These were people found them on their website, like
Yeah.
just buried. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't released.
No,
okay?
it's a rumor right now about like it's going to
Yeah.
happen, but we don't know when.
It was on the Virtuous website, whatever the fuck that is.
But if you look at the graphics, they tried to Elden Ring them up a little bit. The
Who's
whole
fixing
color palette.
Morrowind?
Who is
Yeah?
Virtuous
What about
Games?
Morrowind?
Is that the company that's handling the port of this, the
Probably.
remaster?
I
of
don't
it?
know who it is, but
Okay.
that makes sense. Yeah. And look, I don't know. Like I said though, my faith is probably more with Sky Oblivion when that comes out, but I'm still going to definitely play this and try this. And it's actually a really good Game Pass get once again. So if you haven't played these games, and it's a whole new generation of people that haven't played these games, if you're 25 and you're listening to this, you probably haven't played Oblivion. Yeah, you played Skyrim. You probably haven't gone back and played Oblivion. So
Oblivion was great. Morrowind was great. I thought
Yeah.
Morrowind looked fantastic. Like it had that's
They
the
hold
first
up.
one for Xbox, and I was just
Mhm.
like, whoa, you know?
yeah, I would love to see that redone too. So look, going back to the well is something Phil needs to do, John. That's why he purchased Bethesda. Personally, he
Yeah.
purchased them, right? Like because there's a lot of great old properties that you could. So I'm not totally anti remaster because we already know we're getting another Elder Scrolls game anyway. This didn't slow it down. Totally different team, totally different thing. Why not remake it? Why not bring it to a whole new audience and people like me who love the game? So that's
By the way,
kind of what's going
all
on.
these images were in a directory that someone found on their WordPress site.
Well, yeah, it's pretty easy to get into that stuff.
It
if
was
you're a
in
developer.
the upload folder. Someone just
just clicked in
figured
it. They
it
went into the
out.
source. Yeah, it's pretty easy. But
Who uses WordPress?
well,
They
a lot of
do.
people do because they're like it's easy for them to update internally. You know.
But
so
here's the
it's
thing,
kind of-
though. It was on Virtuous Games, though. I still don't know who the fuck that is. It was on their site. Who is
Yeah.
that? I think that's important to this story.
Not really. You
No,
don't need to know who they are. They had the
they're a
pictures.
developer
They got
based
to be
in
real.
Singapore. They're based in Singapore.
They're saying it's happening soon, but Kiwi says he thinks it's going to drop at the Microsoft event in June, a shadow drop. Yeah, I think shadow drops are the way to go because I think people respond better to shadow drops than they do if
Yes.
the game is hyped. Perfect
I just
example
shadow
today with this
dropped the
RuneScape thing.
Kill Screens album today, by the way.
There you go. No, you told us about it. Shadow dropping is always better because, you have low expectations. What is it? The soft something like
I don't think I told the date to anyone, though.
You
I?
did. You kept saying it. Yep. You've been saying it
I
for a
did not.
while.
No,
You
no, I
did.
haven't
You've been
said
saying April
no.
15th for a while. Brad, back me up here. If you pay attention to John. Or you,
At least 15, 20 times.
No.
Exactly. No, you have.
I did a shadow drop. It was low
No,
key.
there was no shadow. First of all,
I
you
didn't make a
released
big
it in
deal
our
about it.
Discord yelling, it's April 15th. It's coming. Don't tell Matt. Then on air, you said multiple times, April 15th. It's coming out, everybody.
I shadow dropped that shit.
Micro VGO, you said it. Subs podcast, you said it. It's fine. Okay, so there has been some confusion around the Nintendo Switch pricing. The reason why people were saying it's $90 is because the Nintendo Switch 2 Enhanced Edition of Breath of the Wild is going to be $90 if you want the whole kit. It's $70 for the base game initially, then $10 more for the upgrade pack for Switch 2, and then another $20 on top of that if you want the full Breath of the Wild DLC experience. So that's why it is $90 if you're picking that up. So yeah, they're charging $90 for an 8-year-old game.
Fuck, it's dirty.
It is. But John's going to defend it and love it and buy it probably twice, right? You're going to get this 3 times?
I'm going to buy the t-shirt, the
You
pajamas,
should. I want you to get a poster. I want you
The Alarmo
to...
skin.
the Alarmo skin.
That's
yeah,
right.
I'm doing it all.
You don't get the DLC, though. You don't get the DLC. Normal companies come along, they package the DLC, and they make it cheaper. Not Nintendo. They say, hey, you dumb fucks, you're going to pay more, and you're going to buy it
Listen,
again.
I
and you're
don't
gonna do
care
this.
what you say. I am genuinely, oh my God, excited for the Switch 2. I cannot
Right,
wait
but
to
don't
have
even bother because you're not going to play Breath of the Wild because you didn't play it the first 2 times you purchased it.
Well, if anything, I should go back to Tears of the Kingdom.
You won't
That's how
play
I
them.
feel.
You don't like them. You won't play them.
I beat the first dungeon or whatever you want to call it on
I know, but
Tears. And I have the book. I have an amiibo
stop
unopened.
saying I have the book. I know you have a Walking Dead watch, but you've never seen the show. I know how you operate, John.
No, Michelle,
you are a
okay.
fashionable poser.
I'm
when you called the Nintendo people
I'm
last
going
show.
to defend the Walking Dead watch though, because
Okay.
I've already told you this. I was into Vannon watches for a while. I had a Descendants watch because I love the Descendants.
You
a
don't
punk
buy a
band.
watch for a show you've never seen.
And then
I'm sorry.
I
You
know,
just
but
don't
they
do
were
it, Brad,
giving
right?
me.
Back me up here.
They were sending me
I
offers
didn't know
on
this was
limited.
watch outsider.
They were sending me offers on limited edition watches, and
Yeah.
one of them was the Walking Dead comic book watch, not the show.
Mm.
And I thought it looked kind of cool, so I bought it. And it was like one of like 50 or 100, and it was one of those things like, can I get it? Can I buy it? And I got caught up in it, and I got it.
All
So
right.
there you go.
All right. You're
I
free
can't
to
even
wear
rip
whatever
on you the way I
want.
wanted to because you moved on to watches. I was going to ask what the last Zelda game you beat, and I don't mean that in a minute. Like, what?
No.
Have you
Well,
beat?
you didn't beat
Zelda
Echoes
game?
of Wisdom like I did. The Zelda
Twilight
little-
Princess and probably Twilight.
That was a
Princess.
good one. That was. I mean, that's a good Zelda. It's
That's
a lot. Nintendo properties are awesome.
Twilight
No one
Princess
thinks
was
they're
fucking
not.
awesome, and I beat Wind Waker before that. But Twilight Princess took me probably 2 years to beat, on and off. And that was a game I
Nintendo-
kept going back to.
They just always do something fucky with their hardware. I swear
Yeah.
they do.
The gimmick this time around, though, we've been kind of saying, what is it? Other than just the upgrade, it could be this mouse, the Joy-Con mouse that we kind of talked about.
All right, well,
last
let's
week.
talk about that
So-
because there's a story here. Former Sony boss has said, trying to find the story, he said that Nintendo, the story is gone, Michelle.
I didn't touch the story.
Why is a Sony boss talking about Nintendo?
Former PlayStation boss, who this guy was like the president of Sony Entertainment and all that shit for like a while, Shuei Yoshida, he said Nintendo is losing their identity after the Switch 2 reveal because he's saying that there's not enough of a gimmick. It's just a better Switch, and that's not enough. And Nintendo's losing their way.
Yeah, he also came out and said that he thought the event was sort of meh, other than the new From Software game. And he said he's a huge Nintendo fan, but he thinks
The new
they're
Donkey
losing
Kong
their
game, I'm
identity.
sorry, looks fucking fun as shit, and I can't wait for that game. And that's July. But here's the thing, though, Sony, what have
Oh,
they been
boy.
doing since day? What have they been doing since day one?
He's
They
saying
make a
that's
better-
what we do. Yes, he's saying, but Nintendo didn't always do that. Nintendo reinvented their systems every time, John. They did. They reinvented their systems every time, and now they've gotten lazy and just made it more powerful.
now-
That's what he's saying.
But now
not what
they're
I'm saying.
adding a mouse. They're adding a mouse functionality to it.
Mhm. Does it launch with
So-
Nintendo Wasty Pad for baby's first
Well, that's
PC?
what I said. I want that.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good idea.
No, you don't need that. That's dumb.
Why?
That's stupid.
Well,
Here's some big
Metroid with
news.
that might be great. I don't know. And I'm going to be releasing the Mouse House for it.
You're not releasing the mouse house. That was my idea. I came to you with. Okay, you're
no,
giving
not
me a
the
cut
name,
of that
not
shit.
the name Mouse House. Not the name Mouse
No,
House.
Mouse House is already like a dead mouse thing. Okay, I think it's like one of his like companies or something. So you can't do that. You don't want to get sued. Okay. Anyway,
I don't know, but he's saying that they're always about creating new experiences,
he's
like
right
designing
though.
hardware and games.
He's right though.
But Sony is so lazy. All they ever do is just make it a little bit
that's
more
what
powerful.
the Sony gamer wants. They want a more powerful system every year because they want games.
They
So
try
look at
gimmicks with the
Nintendo people
controller.
Want
That's
a
what they
new
do.
gimmick
They
every
just
year.
add a little new thing to the controller. That's all they ever do.
Right,
And
but
they
he's
did
saying
VR.
he's saying Sony and Nintendo are different, and that's okay. And why he appreciated Nintendo is because every console you were like, what are they going to fucking do? How is Nintendo going to reinvent gaming? Right? That's what he's saying. And he's saying they're just not doing that anymore. They just are following the typical
I think you're
track
wrong.
of everybody else
Because
now. Don't tell me I'm wrong. Tell the head of PlayStation he's wrong. This is I'm
Okay, but
explaining
this
to you what
mouse
he's saying
thing-
because I actually kind of get it.
Listen to me. Seriously. Okay, let's look at the history of Nintendo. Okay. When they came out with the Wii, everyone, like lemmings, went after them to create the Kinect, the PlayStation camera, all that shit. Like, they changed gaming. When they came out with the DS, touchscreen gaming didn't exist before. Okay, they did it before everybody.
He's talking about
Before
right now. Stop talking
I know,
about
but I'm
the
just
past.
saying.
Don't
But
rest
you
on your
don't
laurels a little bit
understand
more.
that there might
I
be
don't
stuff
understand.
in
This
there.
is what he's saying. Well,
There's
Kiwi
juice
says,
in
and I
here,
agree. He
and
says
it could
that
be
it's-
the mouse. It
the
could
mouse
be
is
the
the
mouse.
gimmick, and nobody's going to use it.
And then Nintendo comes out with the Switch, and what are we talking about every week? The new PC handheld, the Steam Deck.
Why would you talk
The
about that for
Xbox
the
is
PC
making a
handheld?
handheld. What's that?
How is Nintendo reinventing it with the Switch 2? They're following, they're chasing the trends of what everybody else does to just make it more powerful.
You're underestimating the mouse.
The Super Nintendo had a mouse.
Yeah, the mouse that I
still have it. Mario Paint. I have it behind my couch. What?
That's it. That's all it did.
I know, but Nintendo also did VR before everybody else.
John, you have never said one negative thing about Nintendo. It's tiring.
I have to.
You haven't.
What do you want to? Yes, I have.
You aren't being fair and rational. You say Sony is dead every week. Now,
I'm embarrassed to have that PlayStation, honestly. Like I close my shades when I launch that thing, when I turn it on. I don't want anyone seeing me using that. It's
just because Nintendo does something first. And I'm not anti-Nintendo, but I swear just because they do something first doesn't mean they do it the best. They did VR.
They've repeatedly changed gaming, but it was every
and this guy is saying they're not changing it this time. They're just giving you something. You're
underestimating the power of the mouse and the C button.
The mouse but they can't reinvent the mouse when the mouse has already existed. They were the first ones to
handheld console. Where's the fucking hidden mouse on the Windows PC handheld? Guess what? It's coming. I guarantee.
Next, it's going to be the Nintendo
Someone
trackball.
Bookmark this right now. John just told you the next big PC handheld will have a built-in hidden mouse. The end.
I'm being completely fair, Cece. I'm trying to explain to him what the guy from PlayStation meant, and I understand what he's saying.
PlayStation is lazy as shit.
No,
it's like,
he's saying
we got
Sony
a new
and Nintendo
processor.
don't do the same thing. Yes, he's saying PlayStations were always about more power and pushing gaming to the next generation. He's saying Nintendo used to reinvent the console every time, and that's what he loves to see.
They're still doing it.
They aren't because the Joy-Con can be turned
every handheld
vertically.
has a built-in mouse. You will see that I have the vision. I can see
Sell
it.
your PS5, John. We don't want you in our community. Get the fuck out, John. Every time you buy a fucking game for your console, you choose to buy it on your PlayStation. You're a fucking fashionable poser, and you're shitting on the PlayStation when all you do is buy games for it.
Listen,
what was
I
your
turn
game
off
of the
the
year?
lights in the house.
Astrobot, you dumb
I
fuck.
close the
You said
shades.
it's
I don't
dead,
want anyone.
And Astrobot was your game of the year. I agree with you, Zaboomziza. Get the fuck out of our community. You're an ungrateful piece of shit. You should be deported to fucking Nintendo Land, and you can't leave the island.
Lights off.
You can't leave the island. You're stuck on Nintendo Land.
I put a blanket over the TV.
Anymore. Get the fuck out.
I get inside the blanket. I'm inside the blanket.
If you shit on us, get the fuck out. Okay.
I take my crafting blanket.
Nintendo Island. Get the fuck out.
I take the crafting blanket and I make a tent around the TV so no one can see that I'm playing this thing.
Get the fuck out. You're like a crybaby who comes here and then fucking complains. You can complain in Nintendo Land. We don't want your shit. You want to bitch about the PlayStation? I never want to hear you buy one fucking game for it and pick it as your game of the year then. Because we had to hear how great Astrobot was. Astrogate's so amazing. It gave me a tingle in my butthole. I fucking love Astrobot.
It was,
it's the best.
Oh my God. Big smiles all
Matt McCarthy
around.
loved it too. And then we held hands while we played. It's dead. You said it was dead. Now Sony's dead.
Well, when
You're
I played
embarrassed to
Astrobot,
have it in your
I
house?
had the windows open. I had the lights on.
Yeah.
You know.
So you know what, John? Sell it. Sell it and get the fuck out of the community and leave these poor people alone. Okay? Go on to Nintendo Island and you're not allowed to leave.
It's uninspired.
You have to only play Nintendo games.
Phil's
Go back
making
to being a Nintendo
By the way,
fanboy.
Phil,
I like the show better
here.
Let's be clear.
Phil.
Yeah.
What did he do for all of us
you are
last week or
Sony
two?
Deported. Exactly. You are Sony deported. You are going to Nintendo Island. I don't want you leaving. Do not leave that fucking island. It's so great. It's the only system you're allowed to own for the next year. Can you do it? Can you do it, John? You're going to survive only on Switch 2. I'll survive only on my PC.
I don't
you
need
survive
to do
only on Switch 2.
I got Phil.
Get rid of that.
I got
John,
Phil on
you got to
speed
get rid of
dial
that
over here.
PlayStation. It's a stain. It's a stain on you.
It
okay?
is. I'm embarrassed. I have to turn the
You are.
lights off. I
You're
put a blanket
embarrassed.
over
You
the
shit on
TV.
Sony
I get
users.
inside the
You say-
blanket.
Then why do you keep buying games for it and picking them as game of the year? Sony has deported you. That's right. They don't even want
Because
you touching
I'm
their
fair
console,
and
you filthy
balanced
piece
and
of
honest.
shit.
That's why.
No,
Okay?
you're
make a
not honest.
blanket
You are a
for it to play your
Nintendo
games?
fanboy. You have an alarmo next to your bed that you've chosen
I do have
over
an
your
alarmo.
wife.
I
You're
wake up
headed for
every day.
divorce. You have it's sick.
It's a
okay?
marital aid. Michelle.
It's marital aids, okay? Because you might as well have it because you're not getting your dick sucked with an alarmo next to you, all right? I challenge you guys out there. You send me
It
photos.
cures ED because you don't need it anymore. You just don't need it.
You don't need it. It gives you ED. It gives your wife ED.
No,
okay?
it cures ED.
Yeah.
You don't even think about ED because you just don't
you don't
need
have
it.
to. You know what? If you have ED, it's a good excuse. You're embarrassed. You don't want to talk. Honey, my dick doesn't work anymore. You don't have to have that conversation anymore. You just put an alarmo on the bedside
it
table.
solves the
She's going to
broken
look at it and be
dick
like, holy shit,
conversation.
I fucking lost him. What the
Well,
fuck
I
happened
guess
to Jim?
we
Okay?
solved the
When I met
broken
Jim,
dick
He was ready
conversation.
to go all the time. Okay, now Jim is looking at his alarmo. He's waking up to coin sounds. This motherfucker should be making coins. He's waking up to coin sounds. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Badger says he still doesn't get how the Alarmo helps ED. Can you explain this one
She
last
just
time?
looked at that Alarmo.
What's that?
She just looked at the Alarmo and just sighs in relief. She's
Badger
like,
wants you to
"Finally,
lay out the
fuck."
5-step, the cure for ED with the
What's that?
Alarmo. Go ahead. Then we'll move on.
I'm
He
saying
wants the cure. How does
it
it
cures
cure?
Okay,
Yeah.
so if ED is a problem for you, okay,
Yes. And we're
That
not saying it
means-
is. We're sure
that
you have
means
a
it's
fine
a pro-
penis, Badger.
that means it's a problem, okay?
Okay.
But
yes.
if you don't have to worry about ED because the Alarmo is such a turnoff, then it solves that problem in your life. Okay.
You don't have to talk to her about it. It's like the hardest thing, right? It's very hard. It puts a lot of stress on our relationship. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Okay? You just buy that Alarmo. You put it on your counter. She never knows
right.
you have ED. She just thinks she's ugly. She just thinks she's fat.
Exactly.
You blame
She's
her.
so
You're listening
she's
to me.
so
You blame
turned
her.
off by the
But you
Pikmin
blame her. You
waking
gotta turn it
everyone up
around.
in the
You gotta
house.
manipulate her. Yeah. You put the Alarmo on and then you blame her. You say, you know what, honey? You don't like my Alarmo? I don't like your face. Okay? Stop Botoxing your lips. All right? You're frightening me. That's why I'm not sleeping with you. And then she never knows you have ED. You die with pride, man. Listen to me. Hold it inside.
Okay, at least you
Don't let
understand
out.
it now.
If she sees
Yeah.
you cry, she's never going to fucking talk to you again.
Yeah.
All right? This is the hard truth we're giving you here on the show. Nobody wants to hear it. Yeah, Badger
Yeah.
says it's evil genius. Well, I mean, that's the reality. You got to fight
Just-
fire with fire. Your dick doesn't work. You got to put an alarm on the counter. Whatever.
that it never comes up ever again.
Exactly. It's beautiful. I love this. Doctors,
Nintendo
if you're
changed
listening,
marriage forever.
ask your doctor if Alarmo is right for you. Don't start taking Cialis. No. This is beautiful. All right, what else is going on out there? There was some other news. Oh yeah, Star Wars Zero Company. The first poster from Respawn and Bit Reactors, new turn-based tactical combat game. I think this could be cool. I like turn-based games. Maybe it's Baldur's Gate with a Star Wars setting. I don't know. The protagonist looks like he doesn't have like an Ewok face
what?
like the last woman. He looks like
Mhm.
kind of normal. See him on the cover there?
I do.
Sitting
He's
there.
kind of like a
kinda chill.
cyberpunky kind of
Yeah.
dude, maybe. Kind of.
I don't know. I think this is going to be a big deal. I think this is Respawn. You love them, don't you, John?
Yep.
So this could be good. First look, April 19th. It's a couple of days here.
Really?
Yeah, big reveal. What else? Oh,
So
Zelda.
it's a turn-based game that Respawn's doing? That's kind of weird, right?
Yeah, could be fun though. Could be fun. And not to bring back the Zelda thing, but apparently you can now pull up your mobile phone and mess
Repair
around with
your
your
weapons.
inventory. Yeah,
Yeah.
repair your weapon. Because
They
because-
showed that there's like a GPS
Yeah.
now on your phone, so if
but
you get
because
lost,
I thought it was funny though, because people hate repairing weapons. Well, if you pay more, you get access to the app, and you can just
Right.
repair on your phone because that's easier. Why don't you just take it out of the game then?
Honestly, I don't think Nintendo should do the phone thing. I don't like it, to be honest.
I don't like it. I don't
because
like it.
they tried doing that with the voice chat too. Like pull out your phone and do voice chat. Like
Well, now they've
No.
invented their own Discord. Remember, so we don't need to worry
Yes.
about that anymore.
But before they were trying to offload that onto a phone, right? And so now they have this companion app which has like a GPS type thing for Tears of the Kingdom. You can manage your game and repair weapons, I guess, on it. I don't know.
Well,
I don't like
Didn't
it.
they try to do that like with the GameCube too, with like hooking the Game Boy Advance up to it?
Yeah,
Like
but that
Luigi's
was a little
Mansion
more
and stuff?
magical, like with Animal Crossing. I really like that quite a bit. That's a fond memory in this house with Animal Crossing and my kids. Like that was kind of cool. Like you plug the Game Boy Advance in, you go to the island from Animal Crossing. Like that was kind of neat. And it was all Nintendo hardware though. You didn't have to go get an iPhone, right? Like
Yeah, that's very weird and anti-Nintendo. I kind of feel
Yeah.
like the Sony guy's right. They're losing their way.
oh shit.
Okay,
Well,
they're
but
losing their way.
GTA had GTA
Right.
5, didn't they have that iFruit or whatever app on your phone that was tied into the game?
Oh, did they? I don't think did I do that? I don't know.
I don't remember all of it did, but I know it was tied into it.
All right, let's talk about Marathon.
Ugh, I don't care about it. Should
Who's
I?
excited? I don't know.
Are you, Brad? Are you pumped?
I've not even looked into it. I don't even know.
Bungie says
All right.
everyone will
Pretend.
be able to sign up via Discord for a chance to be selected for their upcoming marathon closed alpha. Are you doing it, John? Did you join their Discord?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I did.
Why
I
don't
did
you
it,
talk
and I
to
don't.
Matt and
Well, I'm so conflicted about this because I do like Bungie.
You do like cyberpunky.
I do like cyberpunky.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not convinced this is the game. I'm not. There's something about it though. Like graphically, I think it's a neat style. I know we talked about this already, like a micro and shit or subs. But
Discord podcast, yeah.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. This feels risky to me because it's going to be a paid game. They said not full price, but a price.
Probably
30, 40, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so, we saw what happened with Concord. All the Bungie people who we love, or ones that made the stuff we love, are all gone.
People are already calling it Concord too. So, not a good sign
Is it
that it
DOA?
was received well. It might be.
I think
marketing
the
is half the
genre,
battle right now for games.
I think a PvP shooter is really risky right now.
Mm-hmm.
I do. Like, to come out with it, like to put all your eggs in that basket, and then that's your next big game after 10 years, whatever it is, feels really risky.
It feels like you're chasing trends that have already passed, and you have to be more
the thing is, they
active
started the
on your feet.
game a few years ago, and maybe that trend was here a few years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe they're a little too late. I think they should have done a narrative shooter, just a first-person single-player game. What's wrong with that? With a multiplayer component, which is Halo, right?
Like, I mean, maybe like a Space Marine style game. I don't know, or something harder.
Oh, something harder.
Yeah, not Souls-like, but just like I think people like a Remnant from a AAA studio. Like I love Remnant 1 and 2, but they're a little smaller studio jank. I think somebody needs to really come along and do a shooter that is tough. I think that would really hit. But maybe Doom will be that. Like the upcoming Doom looks really good. But it's not co-op at all.
That looks like it'll be that.
Yeah, I think
that game's going to be
that could
tight.
be filling the hole I'm talking about. And it also cures ED, just like John Zalarmo. So Microsoft gaming chief Phil Spencer said, what about the Minecraft movie, John? It was a gamble.
Well, I just wanted to remind everybody that Phil brought us the Minecraft movie.
Okay. Stop with Phil.
And it's a massive success. And I don't get it. Have you seen the Minecraft movie, Brad? Are you interested in that at all?
No, but my son watched
Oh,
it.
really?
Yeah. He didn't
And
see
what did little Brad say?
He liked it.
He liked it.
He liked it, but he didn't freak out about it. He wants the stupid McDonald's Minecraft meals all the time. But
well, see, I
Does he
think I'm
want the
kind of
big
with your
Jack
son
Black
because
action
people are going
figure?
crazy for this. It doesn't look good to me. It looks kind of stupid.
I think it's. I think like we talked about this before. I think it's like a Rocky Horror interactive movie at this point. I think that's what this is.
Oh yeah, and by the way, the Thronglets game interacts with the show. I was thinking of you, John, because I'm like, is this the new thing now where games are interacting with movies and movies? Like,
how does it interact?
If you play it and the game picks up the sound, they'll do certain things. So you can play the episode while you're playing the game.
I like that.
Yeah, interactive.
When I was a kid, I had
it.
a Wheel of Fortune electronic game,
Mm-hmm.
and it worked with the TV show. Like, how did they pull that off back then? Like,
are you sure? That doesn't sound accurate.
No, it's true.
Well, what happened? Did the second Vanna came out? Something happened?
Well,
It only responded to Pat Sajak's voice.
It somehow it was getting some like dog whistle from the show, telling it
weird.
What the puzzle was.
We watched Jeopardy every night at dinner. We weren't really Wheel of Fortune people. I mean, but so I don't remember
Jeopardy's
enough about,
on in this house all the time.
Yeah, I don't remember enough about Wheel of Fortune to know what would have triggered it. Every time the wheel spins or something.
Yeah, TV play along Wheel of Fortune. I don't know how the fuck that worked.
Some weird magic.
What?
That's some weird magic.
I'm just remembering this wrong as a kid, but I don't know.
I think that's it news-wise. It's been a fun show.
Yeah, I guess. Grand Theft Auto 5 Enhanced is on Game Pass now. What do you think about this? Is this a big deal that Grand Theft Auto 5 is on Game Pass now?
No. Everybody owns this game.
How about the enhanced version, which is not old, by the way?
I don't know. Is it a big deal?
I kind of want to install it.
No, you don't.
Why?
You don't, John. You're never going to play it.
I played a lot of Grand Theft Auto 5.
Uh-huh.
This came out on March 4th, and it's $30 on Steam.
All right,
has
so
better
are you going to sell
visuals.
your PlayStation after the show, right? You're getting rid of it? There's no point to it, right?
What? I'm just gonna put a bag over it.
No, you should sell it. Don't put a bag over it. Just
Why
get
am I
rid of
selling it? I'm not selling
Because
it.
you're not wanted in their community anymore. They're sick of you. You've been kicked out. You're going to bitch about it, leave. You don't like it, leave.
I'm just saying it
You're
hasn't
Sony
really
deported.
done much for me lately. Okay.
Yeah. All right, what have you done for me lately? I hear you, John. Well,
Yeah.
we're going to get out of here. Remember, if you want weekly bonus shows, because you like us, maybe you want to support us. Maybe you don't even want to listen, but you want to support us. You can get them on our app. You can go to videogameoutsiders.com, get the whole ad-free back catalog of 20 years, weekly bonus shows, and whatever else is going on there on our app or in our Discord now at videogameoutsiders.com, where everything is there. And we also get to talk to wonderful people from our community, like Brad. And if there's anything you want to support or share or whatever, or promote rather, do you want to share the show that you produce or you're involved in on Sirius, or this is your time, Brad. Let us know where to find you.
I mean, I don't have much to really pimp out, but I produce Shooter Jennings Electric Rodeo every week.
Yeah.
There's
Humble.
6 to
That's no
8
big deal.
Saturday, minute replay Sunday night at 10 and Thursday at 12.
Awesome. Well, that's fun.
I enjoy it. I like doing it.
That's
I
awesome.
mean,
You know, I've kind of always wished I almost went to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting when I was young, and I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I kind of wish I did because
No, you
well, I
went to
guess we
the
have-
John School of Broadcasting.
well, no,
instead.
we have the podcast, right? I mean, I went to college for literally no reason, but I guess a lot of us did. But yeah, no, that sounds fun. I wish I was doing something like that too sometimes. But I guess we have the podcast,
I
which is
got
sort of
degrees
radio.
in psychology.
Oh,
and
yeah, me too,
computer
right?
science.
Yep,
And then
and not doing this now.
I sell pipe for a day job, and then I produce a show every week.
Okay,
And I don't know. I've done everything but my degree.
you're making it work. I know. That's okay though. I use my psychology degree in other ways. Sometimes on the show. Well, guys,
Well, you
I
need
think
it for
Exactly.
dealing with John.
I do. I do.
Yes.
And thank you. You helped me deal with him a bit. I think it was a fun show. I'm sure we'll have you on again. So check out Brad. He is in our Discord if you want to say hi. His name is Dick Jules. And that's it this week. Head to videogameoutsiders.com. If you want to win Indiana Jones for PS5, it's out there as well in our Discord. And we'll be back
That's right.
next week with another fun show and another new guest.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening, subbing, all that shit. Remember, the kill screens for IV is everywhere today. I'll play a song right now from the album Out Shadow Trail.